Today is January 27th. It's been 2 weeks since I did the update video on this here Mustang about the $50 Stopleak. And it's been driven, I'd say 250 miles since then. Yesterday I checked the coolant in it. It was down a little bit, took about a pint to fill it up. What aggravates me about it, I didn't think to grab the camera when I went to get the car. But I cranked it up over there and put water in it, and it was running a stream of water out of the right exhaust pipe about the size of a pencil. And so far I haven't seen that since I put the leak in it. But anyhow, we'll keep on plugging on it and see how it does. I'm going to do add a couple of little videos onto this one about some handy tools that I've got, and I'm also going around here. Went yesterday and cut a load of wood again, and we're going to try out this year drill starting on the daggone wood splitter. I've did a little extra to it since the last time. I don't know whether anybody noticed it or not, but the thing was wobbling a little bit. But that was because all I had was a 1/2 inch bolt that I put in it to hold it onto that plate I made. So had to go get feed the other day, and while I was at Tractor Supply I got me a 1/2 inch fine thread bolt. Had cut it off a little bit, but I got the 1/2 inch nut put on it, and got the nut has a shoulder on it that fits into the bottom of that cup, and I started it up, and the thing just about doesn't have a wobble in it. Looks pretty good running. So I'm gonna gas it up, then I'll be back with you. We're gonna do a cold start on it. The temperature right now is 39 degrees. It got down to 32 last night. But don't talk about my gas cap too much. One of them old plastic caps cracked open, and if I leave it naked, it'll gets water in the tank. That little bit of plastic tied around it there just solves that problem. So I'll be back with you shortly. Okay, got the gas turned on, and you can probably tell it's dripping out the bottom of the carburetor. I'm going to start out with a half choke, see how it does. Well, I've enjoyed about all that I can stand for the time being. Time to take a little break. I've split about half that load of wood here. It's been about an hour. Anybody that's got any environmental concerns and so on, this wood is 100% dead wood from trees that have blown down over there on my cousin's place for the last 2 or 3 years. He has, he'd go pull them out of the woods wherever they were at and stack them up in a pile, and then in the past he's been burning them just to get rid of them. But since I found out that I needed some wood, I was kind of run low on what I had to cut around here. But anyhow, he's been helping me cut it up and using his tractor with front end loader to load it. And I'm having very little footprint on the world right now. The only thing it's costing me is gas to drive the truck over there, and chainsaw gas, and the gas for this wood splitter. However, I do have a couple of sticks of wood here that I'm gonna have to cut up sooner or later. You see that in laying down there. I'm gonna have to get in there and get it cut up, but ain't no rush on it. It's not hurting anything. That other one there, that's an old piece of sweet gum. It ain't worth a flip. And then there's a dead pine standing right yonder that I've got to get there it is, right there. Got to get it down. The biggest problem with it is it's hard to get to it. I have to got that little branch down there, and I can't drive a tractor across it. Last time I tried down lower, I got stuck. Took 3 tractors to pull the old H farm all out. Anyhow, like I say, we're recycling here to do our best. Otherwise, all this wood just be a loss, but it's keeping my house warm and thereby not costing anything else, not costing me any money. Another thing I did a couple of days ago, took my generator that had been sitting on the porch since December of 2015, and full of gas, you know, ready to go when the power goes out. And I decided I change gas in it, so I took my siphon pump and siphoned all the gas out of it, and I had a new 5 gallons worth of non-ethanol with stable in it. Put that in it and turned it on, and it took me 3 pulls to get it running. Let it run about 15 minutes and hooked the saw to it, and you know, make sure everything was working. So got that done, and the gas that come out of it, I swear it didn't smell no different from the gas that I put in it. Really, it didn't have no bad odor or anything. Anyhow, I poured that in the tractor and I'll run it out that way. The tractor needed gas anyhow. Well, we'll talk at you later. This is the other side of my little pile of wood here I've been working on. Thought I'd show you. It's a pretty decent little stick of wood. That'll last me a day or two anyhow. It's and something else I'm going to show you here in a minute. I'll throw a stick to wood in the old stove here, and I'll be back with you in a minute. For those of you who might be concerned about the safety of this, that jack there has a mechanical stop on it. If the air leaks off of it, it will sit down on that and it won't go down. And the pads have catches on them holding behind that bumper, so I'm not worried about crawling up under it. Bad to get old, can't get around. This pair of pliers here, that's one of the handiest things I ever had for taking off oil filters. They come from Harbor Freight. Had them for several years, and I'd say almost every oil filter I change, I use them. About $10 well worth the investment. One thing I forgot to mention, these two tools right here are brake tools that I have had almost 50 years. This is real handy about taking springs on and off. Works a whole lot better than a pair of pliers. Both of them are Wizard, and Wizard was the premium tool line that Western Auto used to have, and there ain't been a Western Auto around here in over 30 years, maybe longer. But I just wanted to mention that. This is the original tank I used to as my water reservoir in my radiant heating system. This is one that's set in the basement, and I pumped the heated water out of it through the pipes in the floor, and that was my reservoir. What I wanted to show you, I can't remember exactly. I'm the world's worst not writing down stuff and keeping up with it, but look at the interior of this tank, how bad it's rusted. And that's what chlorinated water will do for you. Like I say, I've got what we call county water here, and last spring I was having trouble keeping water in it. When I pulled it out, right there was the reason I was having trouble keeping water in it. Done completely rusted through, and ready to come through up here too. But I had an auxiliary heater in it there. That was you know, a 450 4500 watt hot water heater element that I made the fitting there so that I could screw it in, and then I had the thermostat in it to turn it off and on. But the new tank, I went to steel place, bought me a 4x8 sheet of 16 gauge stainless steel, cut 2 foot off of it, and found a place in town that had a brake big strong enough to bend it, and I bent it 2 foot and 2 foot, so that I had a bottom and 2 sides 2 foot tall and 4 foot long. Then I took it to the piece that I cut off, the 2 foot I cut off, and cut it half in two and welded it onto the ends. And so far, you can look down in it, the water's just clear as a bell. So, we'll talk at you later. Oh, by the way, if you like this, give me a thumbs up, welcome any comments, and subscribe if you will. Thank you. Bye.